Welcome to my channel where we cover the lore of Final Fantasy XIV. We cover the stories both big and small, the epic and the cute, the silly and the tragic. I hope you all enjoy the ride, and welcome to the Chronicler of Lore. While the Guardians allowed you to come to their city, the threat of death isn't gone. Not until after they verify the seal is real, which, when the leader of the Violent Bunnies looks it over, she discovers that it is in fact legit. So your group is officially welcomed as allies of Ronka, something they've been waiting for 3,000 years. Not these particular Viera. I mean, they live a long time, but not that long. But their people have been waiting for that long. The three sisters are Almet, the leader who shot at you, Ulmet, the middle sister who tried to skewer Y'shtola on a spear, and Simet, the red-haired one with the staff. Apparently things are bad for the people of Fanau, and your arrival is appreciated, but before they burden you with their problems, they want to give you a tour, which includes letting you know about their purpose there, and what happened to the Ronkan Empire. Almet and her sisters are descendants of the palace guards that served the last emperor, and they are carrying out the last wish of that emperor by protecting the knowledge of the Ronkans to keep it out of the wrong hands. They were supposed to do this until an ally came with the seal, then they could share the knowledge with them so Ronka could live on. They've been doing that ever since. One of the reasons they were picked is because Viera lived for so long. The other reason is because they were some of the Empire's deadliest warriors. Of course, the Flood made their job harder since the Sin Eaters have been wiping out their settlements. There used to be a lot of them, but now Fanau is the only one left. Every year they lose more people, and eventually they'll all be dead, and Ronka will die with them. Now that you know their story, you're free to ask them anything you want, which of course there is one question that's on all of your minds. Where's the Light Warden? Unfortunately, they don't know where it is. They haven't seen any sign of it in the last 30 years, which makes Reen ask just how old they are. A question they don't answer, but they did say they live at least 3 times as long as Ellison, so they could all easily be over 100 and still be considered young. I wonder how that would feel to still be considered a young man after a century of living. It'd probably end up boring, but I'd at least have time to write all my novels. While they don't know where the Warden could be, there's bound to be someone in the city who's got some idea where the thing is. Sure enough, one Viera's mother had told her that she used to live in a village near the Raktika Falls until it was destroyed by Sin Eaters, but she's seen one Sin Eater during the attack that the others obeyed, which sounds a lot like a Light Warden to me. Almet and her sisters know of the place, but the tunnels leading to it collapsed years ago after a battle, so no one's been able to go there. They tried to clear the path, but the Sin Eaters forced them back, so they just left it alone, which makes it the perfect place for the Warden to hide. Almat knows of one way you may be able to get there despite the blocked path, but it's dangerous, which, that's no surprise. You have to go through the temple called the Katana Revel. It's been sealed off for centuries, but they can be opened since you're allies of Ronka. There's a bit of a process you have to go through to open the doors, and it starts at the Kamul Astropolis. And you have to figure out how to make it work on your own because while the Emperor set the Viera up to guard this stuff, he didn't tell him how to actually open the doors to it. Something about helping keep them from getting tempted to look through the place and stuff, which is kind of stupid. If he trusted them to guard it, he should have trusted them not to mess with it. But he didn't, so they can show you how to get there, but that's it. You and Y'shtola will handle that task with Almet, while the others will show Urianger, Thancred, and Minfilia around so they can search the woods, because just because the Raktika Falls is a likely hiding spot for the Warden, doesn't mean it's there. Turns out the Astropolis isn't open either, and the only way to get it open has something to do with the 4 monuments that were built nearby as tributes to the Guardians of Raktika. Y'shtola's not too happy about the whole puzzle thing, but after she looks at it, she realizes that it's similar to the one you had to solve at the lake to find the seal. And after doing a bit of looking around and comparing what you see to what's on Y'shtola's tablet, you solve the first puzzle, opening the door to the pyramid. Before you can head in to deal with the next set of puzzles, Simet comes running up to tell her sister that Yomoran soldiers have entered Ixmaya. Y'shtola's first thought is of her people, but from what the scouts say, the Umorans didn't care in the least about Slitherbough. As soon as they found the way into Ixmaya, they came straight for it. Thancred, Ulmet, and some others are fighting them at the border, so Almet sends her sister back to help. She doesn't want the Yulmorans to get anywhere near Fanau or the ruins. If Ranjit is with them, your friends won't be able to hold him off for long, so you have to be quick. Inside of the pyramid, you run into another locked door, which irritates Y'shtola even more, but this one isn't all that hard to figure out. An owl-shaped statue is missing from by the door, but it's only been moved a few rooms over, which makes it a strange roadblock, but it doesn't matter because that statue opens the door deeper into the temple, where far more deadly traps await. Large stone guardians patrol the halls that have the power to curse you if they see you, something Elmet warns you to avoid because the curses are deadly. But you barely make it out of the first room before Umet calls her sister using whisper weeds to let her know that 2 soldiers made it through their defenses and are heading toward the temple. Time is running out, so the 3 of you push forward, dodging more sentinels, some by using Y'shtola's shadow clone magic, and escape rooms filled with magic dampening poison, followed by a sprint from, you guessed it, a giant boulder. You knew there was no way you'd make it through an Indiana Jones style pyramid without at least one big rock trying to squish you. You survive, jumping down into an underground pathway only to get a call that not only did the 2 Umorans make it to the temple, Ulmet and Semet are barely keeping up with them, something that is unheard of. No one outruns Viera, which means it's definitely Ranjit and his lieutenant who are coming after you. Sure enough, you get past one more door only to see them come running in from another side. How they get there so fast is a bit ridiculous, but it's video game logic, so just go with it. Maybe there was a back way in that you didn't know about, but if there was a faster route, the Viera should have known since they've been in the area forever. But there's no time to worry about it now. Not when it's time to go another round with Ranjit. You all start fighting, but Ranjit's old man strength keeps you from bringing him down, so the Viera chain him up while you and Y'shtola go further into the temple, grabbing the stone from the next room that deactivates the sentinels. Ranjit overpowers the 3 sisters and turns his attention to you and Y'shtola. She actually holds off his attack, but the fighting stops when his number 2 steps on a trap that collapses the floor, trapping you all. He decides to strike up a deal. He'll give Y'shtola the antidote for the Poison Knight's Blessed, if when her people come to rescue the 2 of you, they agree to take him and Ranjit. The general is not one to negotiate with his enemies, and since his second tried to, he kicks the man into the pit. Wanting to save her people, Y'shtola leaps into the pit, catching the antidote. She tosses it to you before falling, and leaving you alone to face Ranjit. And that's where we're going to stop for today. Yeah, I know, cliffhangers, right? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you want to buy me a coffee for my work, sign up to become a member of the channel. Until next time, guys, later.